Okay, so I hope I haven't scared you. It isn't a matter of what's not being allowed to wear Lolita, it's a matter of some things are just not being right for Lolita. Wear what you like and what makes you happy. And if it happens not to be right for Lolita, just find another name for it or don't even bother to label it at all. No harm, no done. No harm done. Now we're going to go into your first Lolita item. So what should, Lolita fashion can be very expensive. As we can look at the brand versus off-brand, for example, a brand blouse can go to $175, brand new by the way, $175. A dress can go to $304, for example. A pair of socks, $35. So you're looking at about like $500, $600 just for that, and you're not mentioning the accessories, we're not mentioning the petticoat, we're not mentioning the socks, sorry, not the socks, the shoes. So it can be very expensive, brand new. But an option is non-brand items, and it's not usually the same quality as brand in most cases. A popular choice for non-brand items is bodyline. And for example, a blouse can cost you around $25 and a dress $50, just looking at that. So that's around $200. With everything, probably around $200 as opposed to $600. So you can do the math, right? Another popular choice for off-brand items are Taobao, Dearston Inn, and HMHN. You're going to need a shopping service. Taobao is free, and Taobao Now, is that what it is, Sandra? You know? Yeah, are the ones that a lot of people go. Another option is sewing your own items. There are patterns that you can find in the Gothic and Lolita Bibles, or even finding modern patterns from like Simplicity and alternating them to be Lolita. So, with all that, what should your first garment be? I recommend that your first item to start your Lolita journey is actually a petticoat, because after you get it, you can wear your dresses out right away. So a petticoat is where I often recommend. I got mine from Taobao. You can buy them from brand stores, but they're so much cheaper on Taobao and they last so long. I don't recommend them for bodyline actually. They kind of defluff after like 1 or 2 tries, and mine have lasted 2 years now and they're still fluffing out like crazy. And also a skirt, right? That's another thing. Oh. So just looking at some of the things that you should consider buying. So again, a blouse, skirt, the petticoat, the socks, the accessories, the purses, the coat if you want. And other options is like things like parasols that you might not need right away, but eventually you are going to need it. So I figured I'd show it. Parasols are usually like the coolest thing I think in Lolita, because they look really pretty. But beautiful. You don't need one, but God isn't going to save you during the summer, so eventually you will have to invest in one. Here's a little tip as well. Don't try to rush becoming a Lolita. Your first cord will likely be your most expensive because you have to buy everything that makes a good coordinate. Just take your time, save your money, and don't try to make it a race. If you rush too much, you'll end up with an outfit that looks incomplete and not well planned. So another great tip for Lolita is plan it out. Oh, now we're going to go into the brands as quickly as I can. Baby Star, Shine Bright, Meta, Angelic Pretty, Atelier Caro, Modern Lancier, all of these brands here all ship overseas. If you can't shop online and you don't happen to live anywhere that any Lolita shops, your next best bet is to make it yourself or have someone make it for you. There are plenty of tutorials online that can help you with this. You can also go to places like thrift stores and vintage clothing and find some pieces that may work for your Lolita or some pieces that can easily be modified. You may also happen to be blessed with a great local Lolita community, like here in Toronto or in Quebec. And we also did have a swap meet yesterday, so that's another great way to get items. And full of people who can shop online for you. So some people are willing to do group orders and things like that. So joining the community, as I mentioned, is a great way to do that. Try making some Lolita friends, and maybe they'll give you a special discount on the next time they're selling some things like at a swap meet. Beginner's tip number 26. Anime conventions are not usually the best place to buy Lolita. Make sure you do a little research before the convention to make sure you're paying for good quality items and not just cheap cosplay. By that I mean a swap meet like we did yesterday, of course, was for clothing. But when you're going into the dealer's room, a lot of the times they're selling you costumes. And just saying, there were some things I saw that were actually Lolita a little bit, but be wary. I just say tread carefully. Really quickly, this will go more into details in the budget panel. Bodyline guide, really quick. So keep the design that you're looking on Bodyline very simple. Stick to non-print items, are usually their better items. Compare it if you can to the knockoffs. Some Bodyline used to be known to making knockoffs. They're starting to make more original stuff nowadays. Not that great sometimes. Stay in the Lolita section. There's a cosplay, there's a maid area, and I think there's even a lingerie area. Make sure you stay in the Lolita section. And when you're in that Lolita section, don't buy anything in the separate section. Usually the separate section is when you get a blouse or a jumper skirt with another skirt, and a lot of girls are like, oh, I get 2 pieces for the price of 1, and I'll be able to do other things with it. And usually no, usually the price, like the pieces only go together and they don't really match well with other items. So I say stay out of that section, but go to anything else. Organize a group or other with friends. They often have really cheap shipping and sometimes they have free shipping, so take advantage of that. And Bodyline is a really good place to add volume to your closet, so if you want a cheap skirt, cheap bloomers, or shoes are a great place to go for Bodyline. And again, other examples, shoes, socks, boleros, and as you can see, the one with the 0 is the one that would be acceptable in my eyes, and the one with the X is the one not so much. I'm going to go quickly over this. Again, there is a panel separate for this. Buy secondhand items from Closet Child. Alice Balloon are Japanese, and as well Fairy Angel are all Japanese company, but they are cheap. Lolita Des is an American site. There's also the EGL.com sale, as I mentioned. Again, this is international, and again, you have to still tread carefully when you're buying from them, because there are some people who will try to scam you. It doesn't really happen. After the 4 years that I've done it, I've never been scammed once. Stick to the basic colors if you can for budgeting. So black, whites, and browns are very good. Sticking with simple staple pieces. Try not to go elaborate, so Pirate Lolita is usually not the best way to go with this. Look at the versatility of your dresses. So if you pick something, a black or a white blouse, it might go better than getting a pink or lavender blouse, because you're only going to be able to stick with the black and the white blouse. You might be able to do all 3 different styles, whereas the pink one usually is only good for Sweet Lolita. Learning to sew might help you. You can sew garments, but also it's learning how to DIY certain things, like making your own jewelry and things like that by going to Michael's. I only have Michael's, unfortunately. You guys have more options in Toronto. But learning little things like that can actually help you make items, and sometimes you can even commission them for other people and then make a little bit of money on the side. Again, for more information, please come to the budget on Lolita Fashion, which is the next one up. Now we're coming to the end. Your first meetup. So how to do that? You first have to need to join a local community. So Southern Ontario Lolita on LiveJournal, so Lolita. Kisei Abajuku has their own forum. There's also Lolita Ottawa. It's a smaller group. When you're looking on the threads, make sure you RSVP and let them know that you're coming. Tip, if you are nervous, to bring a friend, but again, let these people know that you are bringing a friend and make sure that it's acceptable to you. Don't just assume that you can. Make sure that you let them know. My biggest pet peeve is to be on time. It's my biggest pet peeve. A lot of girls are always late, but try to be on time. And this also gives you a chance to socialize with a smaller group as people are coming. So it gives you a chance to get to know people, to know who you like and who you don't. Do introduce yourself, so don't try it. I know some people are shy, but just be like, hi, my name is blah, 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 I'm this on LiveJournal. Tell me about yourself, kind of thing. Talk about your interests, but don't preach. So talk about things you like. Try to focus on the positives as opposed to the negatives. So don't start talking about drama that happened on LiveJournal, or this person is bad, or things like that. Try to talk about things you like. So see if other people like anime, or other people like sci-fi, or other people, I don't know, like anything really. Just think about your interests and talk about them. Don't be shy to open up to people. But remember, the comfort zone. There are certain things maybe you shouldn't mention on the first meeting. Don't complain again. Try not to say, oh, I hate this meetup, oh, it's too long, things like that. A lot of girls, like I know personally, I go really far out to try to organize events, and I try to be to do the best I can with the amount of time I can. So please be thankful that these people are going out of their way to do things for other people. Don't be afraid to wear off-brand. You don't have to wear brand at meetups, and this is a great place to know people, to get to some contacts with people. Do bring some cash. You might need a little bit more, so always bring cash. And do bring a camera, because you're going to want pictures at that first meetup, and you're going to want that memory in there forever. Things that you can also talk about, sorry, I remember I wrote it down. Where did you grow up? What's your favorite band? Have you seen this new movie? What's your favorite brand? Where do you work and what do you do? Do you have any siblings? Do they live there? How long have you been wearing Lolita? So you can be Lolita, talk about Lolita, or talk about something completely different. Save the date. This is going to be, again, Lolita's United Across Canada is happening Saturday, July 7th in Gatineau, Quebec. This is a meetup that we're proposing between the Ontario community and the Quebec community. And we're meeting halfway, both in Gatineau, Quebec, or Ottawa, Quebec, on Saturday, July 7th. There's a Facebook group, so just look up Lolita's United Across Canada. Or I'm pretty sure if you probably Google it, you'll be able to find it as well. But we are meeting at the mini G anime convention happening there, so we would love it if other people would come. So, or if you know anybody who would be interested, please let them know. Last one. So you're starting to wear Lolita out. You're being judged. Oh no. What should you do? So there are 3 little baby steps you can do to start to get accustomed to doing this. So the first thing is to get into a large gathering of weirdly dressed people. So where would that be, I wonder? At an anime convention, of course, is the best place to blend in and get to know how to wear Lolita out in big crowds. You might still get some negative reactions, but this is a really great place to start getting used to it. Then the second thing is to go to your first meetup at just a large gathering of people, girls in dresses. You can either wear the dresses going on your commute, or you can dress up when you get to the meetup area. Some girls prefer doing that because some people don't like being judged by people they know and things like that. And then the next thing to do is flying solo. Wear that dress out. Go shopping at Walmart. Don't get on the Lolita Walmart site though. I've seen people do. So what do you do if you're getting judged and people are yelling at you? The best thing to do is ignore. Don't persist. Don't go into it. If they're being confrontational, it might get worse if you say something. So remember your personal safety. Remember you're the only one dressed like this, and there might be a lot of people who gang up on you. So just be careful. Ignore the people. Be prepared for the variation of reactions. Here are some variations. So it's a sex things, right? When they ask them what Lolita is. Hey, little Bo Peep, I've heard that one before. Oh my God, it's Alice in Wonderland. Are you going to a party? Are you in a play? Oh, you look so cute. What are you wearing? Why are you wearing that? Mommy, you look a princess. And where are you from? A lot of people think that you're from like some native weird country, which I think is funny. Also, the other thing I like to do is when people are staring at you is smile and just make eye contact. And I like to play the staring game, which is basically when people are looking at you, but they don't know that you see them, and then you just turn and you smile and they look away, and you do it back and forth like this for a little bit. It's really fun. Sarcastic comments should get sarcastic replies. If you can't hold your tongue sometimes, like a lot of the goth comments I've heard when they're wearing gothic Lolita, somebody like, it's not Halloween, or something like that, or, you know, why are you wearing this? You can be like, this wasn't what I wore when I came in, or something like that, something like stupid, and just go with it. Like, you don't need to also answer every stupid question that you get. You don't have to give a full detail. You can be like, why are you wearing this? Oh, it's just, I'm going to meet up some friends, we're all going to wear this, we're going to be silly. That's the end of it. You don't have to make a huge thing unless you want to. You can if you want to, you don't have to do.
Necessarily.
No.
I used to just, not necessarily Lolita, but I tend to wear things that people group or two, and usually they say, why are you wearing it?
I like it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh no, it's definitely something I've had to. Just, you have to deal with it. And the more people wear it outside, the more people will get used to it.
Some of the common comments are just curiosity, like where you're from. Like some people know you think that it's Japanese, and are you from Japan?
Exactly.
A friend of mine was once approached in a mall and told to dress normally. She just looked over at this fellow, and you gotta imagine this old crotchety fellow, and she's wearing a purple top hat, and her boyfriend's wearing a monocle, and she shouted at him, "Normal is boring."
Oh wow.
And he turned around and laughed and didn't bother her for the rest of the day.
So it depends, yeah, there are some people you can scare off, but like I said, ignoring people. Remember that, the other thing I wanted to mention about, remember that when you're wearing Lolita fashion, I try to remember that I'm not only representing who I am, I'm representing the community. Because remember that these people have probably never seen something like this. Their reaction is usually a mixture of curiosity and fear. So if you can give them the right first impression of Lolita, why not? That's what I usually do, because a lot of people, I've been wearing it for 4 years and it was so hard at the starting, and now I find people are used to it and they somehow understand this is me, which is weird because I have like 180,000 people population in my town. So just remember though, keep calm and wear your frills and don't be afraid. So how to keep informed and up to date? These are just general one-on-one websites, like Hello Lace is very popular, and lolitafashion.org, great place. EGL for your up-to-date information on the international community. Local communities, as I mentioned. Tumblr and Facebook, great place to get it. A lot of girls are gravitating towards Tumblr right now, so because it's more visual, so recommend going there. Twitter is another place. Going to brand sites. And as well, YouTube and Vimeo have a lot of panels. I've posted videos of like fashion shows we've done. My name is Cupcake B if you guys want to look it up on YouTube. Lolita blogs, there's FYeahLolita. I don't want to say what the F stands for, but you guys know. Lolita Charm, there's a whole bunch of great little Lolita blogs are great. And Lolita magazines like Kara, the Gothic and Lolita Bible, or other things like that. So again, Southern Ontario Lolita community, I mentioned it. So found us at Lolita, we're from across Ontario. This was us at Fan Expo 2010. So this was us last year. We've grown since then. And do you guys have any questions? No? I did a good job. Yay, thank you guys.